Hello everyone, my name is Alejandro Muñoz. I am a teacher here in Nanford, and in this session I will give you a brief tour to our platform. Um, well, I will do my best to make myself understandable in English, but as you can see, I'm struggling a bit. So first of all, once you have access to the course, you will have to you will be prompted with the dashboard in English. If for some reason you don't see the course in English, you can go to your preference in your user. Here it will say preferencias in Spanish, and here in the third line you will find idioma preferido, preferred language, in which you can change your user preferred language. Then when you return to the course, you will have to find the course in English. Okay, this is Moodle 4.3. If you have ever used any learning platform, it will be very similar to Moodle. And the navigation is very simple. And the course is structured in several sections. The main course, if of course the several modules in which you will see and study the different apps in Microsoft 365 and the Copilot application in those apps. But let's start from the beginning. Here in the welcome section, you will find some resources. You can just read it and then advance to the next section. Sorry. You have some resume of the course, and first of all, please, here in the prerequisites and previous test, pre-test or a test before starting the course, please take a minute to answer the question. These questions are about your proficiency with any of the Microsoft 365 apps, not the Copilot, just the apps. And it's very important for us, so we can give you the the correct support. Sorry. Then you have some guidelines, and in case of any kind of notice that we have to let you know, it will appear in avisos, notices. It is not translated, but don't worry about that. The next section, the consultation, is more of a series of resources that you can use, and we think that they are very useful. For start, we have a virtual advisor that is a chat experience based on AI. In fact, is made with Copilot Studio. So here you can ask in English, don't worry about that, about the content of the course, some doubts that you may have, and some doubts about the documentation. It will give you the answer if there is any answer in the documentation, and if there is not, it will find the most correct possible answer out in the internet. But you can always contact us, Rafael Quiroz, Javier Lozano, and me, Alejandro Muñoz, via private message. Okay, you can go to participants of the course. Once you are in participants, you will find here several people. The students that are not in your group, you will not see, but you can here see which are teachers, and in fact you will have a preferred teacher for the course. You can just contact him via private message, usually for the content of the course. Okay, if you have any problem with the functions of the course, it is usually is the job for support, or for support. If you cannot progress with the course, if you cannot, I don't know, maybe print the certificate, you just contact with support de Aragon for Iberica via email, for example, and in English, don't worry about that, and we will give you the necessary support. Okay, back to the virtual advisor. Next resource that you have is the course forum. You can add topics with answers. Usually, sorry, questions. Usually questions about the content of the course that you think that it will be useful for the other students. Okay, if you have any problem with, I don't know, maybe a presentation that it is not understandable enough, you can post it here, and we will answer you as soon as possible. And also, if you have to or if you want to deep in some details, you can book an appointment with usually any of the teachers. You can just click here, translate to English this page, select here the teacher, and select a time slot. Okay, you cannot select any time slot for the current day. You have to select a time slot for the next day, for tomorrow. Okay, or any day later. And please uh, here in in the topic, share a few words with the topic of the doubt, so we can prepare the better possible the the appointment. Okay, and then it is the main sections of the course, the modules. Usually each modules is oriented to one app, sorry, except for the first module. The first module is just an introduction, and usually the structure of each module is a video that you can watch here, or you can watch in YouTube. Okay, it is a private channel, so you can usually save or bookmark that video for watching it later. And yeah, usually every section has a video and usually have a presentation. Okay, for it to be completed, okay, this is very important. You have to watch every slide. Okay, if for some reason you finish the presentation and you don't see that green circle here, is because you usually any of the slides has been not registered as view. So just scroll fast for the presentation again, and it will be marked as complete. Okay, for example, in the second module, Copilot for Outlook, you will have that video, that presentation, and also like in some of the modules, you will have some kind of document that it is a practice lab um, task, whatever you want to call it, in which you will have a step by step guide or exercise to do with Copilot. Okay, and the same is for the rest of the modules. Once you have completed, sorry, for some of the modules in I think is in module 3 and think it is in module 10. No, maybe in end of the course, you will have a quality questionnaire. Please uh, spend a minute to complete because it's very, very useful for us. So once you have complete every module in the course, you will have access to the final test. There is no test right now, but once you have complete the test and pass and complete every module, you will have access to the final questionnaire, and then you will have access to the certificate. Okay, these certificates, well, you can show, you can post in your social networks, and usually have a QR code to verify its authenticity. Okay, and I think that is everything that I wanted to show you. Uh, just for a reminder, you can contact us with any question about the course, the content. Usually Javier, Rafael, and me, Alejandro, for the content of the course, and support for if you have any trouble with the progress of the course. Okay, I hope you enjoy the experience, and let us know if you have any question. Bye.